Hello and welcome. Welcome back to another Onkruid video. Welcome back to another unedited Soulstone Survivors video. Apparently the series the YouTube algorithm loves the most. Episode, I don't even know which one came online today. Probably like in the early 50s or something like that. Maybe even still in the late 40s. I don't know. I'm not sure. Either way, it all of a sudden completely popped off on YouTube. Got almost 2,000 views. So I guess that's an awesome experience. But then again, it's kind of meh. It's kind of mediocre that exactly a video like that all of a sudden gets picked up by the algorithm, because, well, that's in the middle of a series and it's my low effort content, which my commentary and stuff still requires some effort, of course, but it's not like the same as an edited Noita video or one of my psychology videos, one of my Let's Learn Something videos. I think if one of those were to get popped up or popped off and picked up by the algorithm, that would retain a lot more viewership afterwards. And people would actually watch the video entirely, because now I can definitely imagine, let's go for avalanche. I can definitely imagine that a lot of people just immediately clicked off the video when they saw that it was just half an hour of a guy they didn't know anything about, rambling on about everything and nothing at the same time. So, I mean, yeah, it's still a win in my books. I absolutely love to see the numbers pop up like that. And I always tell you guys that no, those numbers are not necessarily what means the most to me, but still, it's just always a nice bonus to see that, because it feels like your efforts are rewarded. Although I must say that because this activity of recording YouTube videos is so much in line with what I want from life, that I am inherently also motivated. I don't need external motivation, I have internal motivation already. I'm doing this because of myself, and I don't need the likes or the clicks or the subscribes or the bell buttons or the business deals to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, the hottest new mobile game. I was looking for like an ability already that we had, like Twin Diggers or Avalanche. I think I want to make my build with one of those and only like that ability, because we have the singular focus again. But no luck so far, and I think we did use all our rerolls already. I think I definitely want to use Avalanche because it's such a cool skill and it will probably melt my computer, which is always funny as well. I should maybe set the scene a little bit, paint a little picture for you guys. We are working on the second to last achievement right now. If you follow me on Instagram, you might remember like, hey, a couple of weeks ago I saw this on Instagram that he only had 2 achievements left and that he was recording episode 62. Goddamn. I think at least this is 62, but I have gotten really bad at keeping them apart. Not because I stopped including the game name and number in the episode like I talked about a couple episodes ago and in a couple of Noita videos, because I actually came back around on that yet again. And my reasoning is that, well, if the name of the game is not even in your title, then how will people ever find your video or click on it when they are looking to search for a specific game? If my video title is just like the difference between family therapy and individual therapy, that's something I would find interesting. But then if you see the thumbnail, if somebody looks up Soulstone Survivors, they are not, or Noita, whatever that video was in, that topic was discussed in, they are never gonna be like, oh yeah, this is probably gonna be some interesting gameplay content, of course, because they don't even see the name of the game in the title. And that's why I reversed the decision for now a little bit, although it's still something I am just constantly thinking about and constantly changing my mind about day by day. Here we go, the first lord, who will probably rue the day that he set foot in this zone, because we have quite a damaging build already. I'm looking for more iterations of these 3 abilities. That's what I'm gonna build. I'll give myself the margin of having 3 abilities. Nah, none of them are here. Let's just take Bladestorm for now, but we want to get rid of Bladestorm. I know it's a potent ability to quickly clear out some more enemies so that we can level up quicker though. Bladestorm truly is one of my favorite abilities, I think. And Soulstone Survivors is one of my favorite games. One of my favorite games of all time, really, I believe. I've rarely been invested in a game so long, especially if it's just a single player game. But then again, whenever I think about Soulstone, I also think about YouTube, and I also think about recording and about talking in English with this beautiful little voice. Smoke bomb, never seen that before, don't care about it though. So it's kind of conditioned together, and that's why I will always have a special place in my heart for this game. Just like I have a special place in my heart for your mother, who comes to see me every other week. I'm sorry, that's just inappropriate, but it's the kind of humor that you can expect from me. Nothing intricate. You won't have to expect Dave Chappelle levels of humor for me, but again, that's what I already said, actually, nothing intricate. Oh, a little burn to a person who I know legitimately nothing about. Show me like 5 pictures of random male figures and I wouldn't even be able to pick out Dave Chappelle, I think. The only thing I know, and I'm traversing a tightrope, I am on thin ice, the only thing I know is that he's black, and that's pretty much everything I know about the guy. I've never seen a comedy show of him. Well, there's one other thing I know about him, and that is his fiasco with Elon Musk a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months ago, where he let Elon Musk climb up on stage and Elon Musk was just immediately booed off or something. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen the videos, but I read a lot about it. I didn't see the video because I'm not that fond of like looking at cringe things. Area effect of the type seasonal. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that icon before. But multicast on the Twin Daggers is a bit better. Although we are still looking for more iterations of the Twin Daggers for now. Which is not here. Some lethality. Yeah, no, cringe. It's not something I enjoy watching. Sometimes you can get me convinced to watch someone else that I like react to cringe. In some way, for example, when Northern Lion does this "Are you the asshole" subreddit reaction, that makes me cringe a lot, but his reactions are amazing. When somebody says something completely, we're not going for negative effects by the way, when somebody says, something completely batshit crazy, he can react, for example, like off the top of the dome with like, oh, most based Reddit enjoyer here or something. His quick wit is really unparalleled in the scene, if you ask me. It's something I look up to. But I feel like I am more often than not too focused on talking correctly and saying the exact right things to an extent where I don't have the mental capacity left to use my quick wit that I normally have in the Dutch language to also think about quick jokes in English. But that might just be imposter syndrome, and I might actually be a funny individual when it comes to the YouTube journey. I have no idea. I like rewatching some of my own videos sometimes, and then I can get a little laugh out of me, a little quip, a little smirk of the little mouth curls come in. But I, yeah, that's better. I'm not laughing out loud at my own content most of the time, which might be something I want to achieve when I'm watching Northern Lion play. It's a lot of Northern Lion today. Play golf. Switch sports golf, I sometimes laugh out loud, and it's both of a combination of the things happening on screen and definitely also the things he says. Now in Soulstone Survivors, the things happening on screen are rarely gonna be funny enough to make you laugh out loud, I think. Maybe in Noita it can definitely happen because you get Noited quite often. The game really does you in sometimes, has some nice pranks for you. Here in Soulstone, the gameplay really is just like a formality by now, if you will. Like, okay, yeah, we're also playing a run and we're trying to achieve this, but all in all, it's more of a podcast type thing, because I'm just talking, spitting bars, spitting bullshit. Another avalanche. I guess we are giving up on the Twin Daggers sooner or later, and we are investing all our power into avalanches, just because it is funny, not because it's the most damaging or best skill out there, that's for sure. It is Wednesday evening right now. I have a work day tomorrow, but I only have 2 clients in the entire day, which really is not a lot. Then again, it's okay. I'm still building up my agenda. One of them is a girl who suffered from an eating disorder previously and is recovering from that a little bit. The other person is a person with a lot of stress when it comes to school, but also some problems in the relational domains. So definitely 2 types of cases I feel competent with, and I think I can do something to help them. Not to solve it for them. I can't promise that girl that she will never relapse in her eating disorder behavior, but I can try to, for example, have her openly talk about her body image and her relationship with clothes, with clothing, and with shopping for clothing, and with eating together with other people, and maybe like that see if we can kind of, in some way, shape or form, make it a bit easier. Give her a bit more of an acceptance and commitment mindset, where she just accepts that some things in life are negative and those things can even be a part of her. Like, for example, a diagnosis can be a part of you and something you can in some way, shape or form make a beautiful part of you, make something you are proud of. I think that's a beautiful approach to mental health in general. Just like really carrying the things that are supposedly wrong with you according to society in a way better spotlight. And being proud of also where you get in life regardless of the things that may be plagiarizing or pestering you. I recently had a case of like a 25-year-old woman who has had borderline personality disorder for multiple years already, and she was also just like, yeah, I've had some troublesome relationships, I've had a difficult past, I've had some altering jobs most often, but I'm still trying to make something beautiful of my life, and I can't show nothing but appreciation for that. Definitely a nice way of living and looking at it. You know what else is nice and what else is gonna be nice to look at? This weekend I'm supposedly going over to my buddy Krogrin, who you've seen on the channel, or whom you've seen on the channel, maybe, not sure. And he is gonna hand me, so it doesn't get all the upgrades from the other iteration already, or does it? No, I guess it doesn't. Interesting. He is gonna lend me his controller that he uses to create music. And I'm really looking forward to it. For now I always had to lay down the melody, play the keys on every instrument with my computer keyboard, and that just doesn't feel right. And it also makes it very difficult to twist a knob while you are playing, because sometimes you want to add a little filter or maybe change the volume, the velocity of the notes even while you are playing it. And you don't always have to go into the settings after already playing the entire melody if you have one of those keyboards, because then you can really twist that knob right when you are actually playing the notes. Something I really look forward to, and that will make me get back into music production a bit more even. Now it's been a bit on the back burner. I did go for a run today though. I think I talked about this in the last Soulstone episode before this, that after that recording I would go for a run, and it was beautiful. It was marvelous. I also had my poetic side of my brain, the poetry dimension of the old cranium cortex up there, work a bit when I was thinking about certain ways to describe why I like that specific run. And in Dutch it rhymed, in English it's probably not gonna rhyme, but it was something about like a glimmering asphalt just makes your life more amazing. And I had like another sentence, but I already forgot it. Either way, that was a unique experience for me, because normally I'm not that into poetry. I do love rhyming, but more in the form of fat bars on that hip-hop rap thing, ya feel me? Here we go. Skill mastery. Bam. I think that is exactly the type of build Osama bin Laden used to go when he used to play Soulstone Survivors. Thank you very much for watching this short little snippet, this short little video, this speed run. One level? One level. That's beautiful. As you know, now there's only one guy left, one thing left in our vision, in our sights, and that is killing 500,000 enemies at 88%. I think that means that next time we're gonna probably try to create some long videos in endless mode maybe, to get that achievement, and then after that we can still look at what we're gonna pump out of this game, what we're gonna squeeze out of it. We're really trying to get every single piece of content out there that we can. If you have any suggestions for something you want me to try, let me know. I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you have a nice day, a beautiful week, great life even, really, if we're honest. Bye bye. Bye bye.